Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Monday, March 14, 2016, around 7:14 in the morning, Belleville, Massachusetts. It's Happy Pie Day because it's 3:14. Hopefully you get pie today. And it's Happy White Day in Japan and Korea. That's a day similar to Valentine's Day. Some news to report, sad news to report in the world of music. G. Grant, singer, passed away at the age of 91. She's famous for knocking off Elvis Presley for having the #1 song back in the 50s. So prayers to her family. Longtime Minnesota Congressman Martin Sabo passed away at the age of 78, so prayers to his family. And the NCAA men's basketball selection show on CBS last night was a 2-hour affair. It was a train wreck. Just too much talking, and they had too many people on there. I bet next year they should shorten it to 90 minutes, from 6 to 7:30. And that's about it on the news. My first video blog subject of the day is the continuation of the top 50 greatest professional wrestling heroes of all time. Today, it's from number 30 to 21, and some big names are on this list. And here they are! Number 30 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling heroes of all time. Chris Jericho, Y2J. Chris Jericho has had success as both a face and a heel, but he's much better as a heel. He started his heel tactics in 1998 in WCW when he was like throwing temper tantrums after matches when he was lost. He would say, "It will never, ever happen again." And then when he went to the WWE in 1999, he was a heel. He says, "Welcome to Raw, it's Jericho." He was a heel when he became world champion in 2001. He also was a heel in 2008, 2009. Perfect as a heel, in my opinion. He comes in at number 30. Number 29 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling heroes of all time. Kane. Kane has gone back and forth between face and heel, turning so many times. Kane is the alleged brother of The Undertaker, wore a mask for many years, but then he took off the mask and he looked like a killer. And he was a dastardly heel. He said good old JR on fire, storyline, and he's an awesome as a heel. Number 28 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling heroes of all time, Stephanie McMahon. Stephanie is part of the McMahon family, has an annoying voice. She's awesome as a heel. She's famous for slapping. Her slap ranks right up there as one of the greatest slaps of all time by a wrestler. Number 27 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling heroes of all time, Fritz von Erich. Fritz von Erich was a Nazi German sympathizer in the 1950s and 1960s, teaming with his fictitious brother Waldo von Erich in many wrestling territories. Fans know like Fritz as like the owner of world-class championship wrestling, pushing his sons to the limit and causing many deaths in that promotion. But Fritz's heel work was amazing. He was one of the first foreign heels that would get heat, even though he was not from Germany. He was Jack Atkinson from Texas. Number 26 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling heroes of all time, the Gangsters, New Jack and Mustafa Saita. They were awesome in Smoky Mountain Wrestling, using a race, kind of something like a racist gimmick about putting down, people. That was, a very awesome thing. And ECW, they feuded with Public Enemy. That was very awesome. They were second runners-up to 1995 most hated wrestlers of the year for PWI. Eventually, they turned face, and their face work was not that great. Number 25 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling heroes of all time, the Russian Bear, Ivan Koloff. Ivan Koloff was not really Russian. He's actually French-Canadian. His real name is James Paris. And he actually, when he started his wrestling career, he played an Irishman named Red McMurtry, having an eye patch. But then he became Ivan Koloff, going to the WWF. He was the man who ended Bruno Sammartino's 7.5-year run as champion in 1971. He only held the title for 3 weeks and dropping it to Pedro Morales. But Ivan Koloff went from territory to territory to territory as a Russian, and he was great at it. Turned face at the end of his career, but that was, pointless. He fought feud with Paul Jones, but, it's that. He was still a great heel. He should be in the WWE Hall of Fame. Number 24 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling heels of all time, the Iron Sheik from Tehran, Iran. The Iron Sheik was one of the best foreign heels of all time. He was legitimately amateur wrestler. He was a bodyguard for the Shah in Iran, but he moved to the United States because he feared that he would be assassinated. He became a U.S. citizen, and he won the WWE Championship from Bob Backlund in 1983. He dropped it to Hulk Hogan 1 month later. The Iron Sheik was offered $100,000 by Vern Gagne, his trainer, to break Hogan's leg and bring the WWE title to Minneapolis, the AWA, and the Iron Sheik could have unification match with Nick Bockwinkel, but the Iron Sheik could not do that because Vince McMahon Sr. was good to him. And the Iron Sheik's the WWE Hall of Famer, 2005, and he's real popular on Twitter and Facebook. And I could do an Iron Sheik impression right now. Dr. Shockey, you jabroni! Number 23 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling heels of all time, the franchise Shane Douglas. Shane Douglas's heel work in ECW was superb, probably one of the best heels ever in ECW, and in the 1990s, he never got his due in the WWE or WCW. As a top-level heel, he got stranded with the Dean Douglas gimmick in WWE, and in WCW, he was a mid-carder because he was held down by Ric Flair. Number 22 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling heels of all time, Paul E. Dangerously, also known as Paul Heyman. Paul E. Dangerously was a great wrestling manager. Talk. He used his cell phone, which was over big in the 80s and early 90s. Everybody knows him as the owner of ECW, but when he came back as a manager, he managed many wrestlers, including Brock Lesnar, The Big Show, Kurt Angle, and many others. And everybody's a Paul Heyman guy. I am a Julie Button guy. And number 21 on this list of the greatest professional wrestling heels of all time, Jake the Snake Roberts. Jake the Snake was real popular in the late 80s, early 90s, but in 1991 he turned heel on The Ultimate Warrior, and he was an awesome heel, one of the best heel jobs in the early 90s for the WWE. He says, trust me. He feuded with Macho Man Randy Savage. I'm the King Cobra, but Macho Man Randy Savage's arm. And Vince McMahon says, Jake Roberts is set. He was selling it like $1 million. And later on, Jake the Snake Roberts slapped Miss Elizabeth and put The Undertaker's hand in a casket. When he went to WCW, he just attacked Sting. His heel works the best. And that ends it for right now for the heels. Tomorrow will be continuation of the heels from number 20 to number 11. And I'll be back later. Facebook friends, YouTube followers, and Twitter with 2 more video blogs. One will be about the personality profile tonight, which will be about Bill Parcells, because I'm doing it a little differently tonight. And then the third and final video blog of the night, my prediction of the 2016 NCAA men's basketball tournament. Keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Ben guy. Molly Rose Blood of WCCO rocks and has nice legs. Elizabeth Hart so stunning. She's the best. Amy Swemsey rocks. And in the words of Sean Lucha, get out! Don't forget Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google Plus. Questions, comments, concerns, shout-outs, plugs that will be send it to me. And coming soon, the second annual Ask Rich Bulletin. See you later, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Bye now.